Yo.
Yo, welcome
What
back.
up? Welcome back to the park, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all rocking with us. As always, I am Darius. I was trying to see what name I was going to give y'all this week.
That's who some say, man. I'm your boy Dante, man. Tay, call me that for short.
Yeah.
But we in the park right now.
We in the park. Hopefully by now y'all have tuned in to the pilot episode.
Yes, welcome to the park, episode 1.
Appreciate y'all if you have. Appreciate the follows, the shares, all of that, the likes, everything. You know what I'm saying? If you have not, go back and watch the pilot episode, then come back here. All right. Go watch the pilot, come back here so you kind of know what's going on, the direction we going, all that.
Yep. Thank you for the support, y'all. We appreciate it wholeheartedly.
For sure. Listen, let's just go ahead and get into it. So, bro, I mean, it's been out for a minute now. So, this NBA 75 list that they dropped, I think it was, they dropped it before All-Star Weekend, but they did like the whole commemorative celebration All-Star Weekend.
Yeah. But
I think they dropped it, I want to say before the season started.
Yeah, it was definitely before the season.
Yeah. They dropped it then, and then
they dropped it in order.
They ranked it 1 through 76 because I think 76 and not 75 or whatever. Yeah. So they ranked it All-Star Weekend. I think right after All-Star Weekend is when they ranked it.
Yeah, it's February 20th or something like that.
And there's some discrepancies.
A lot of discrepancies.
There are many discrepancies. Matter of fact, where my phone at?
Get mine up too.
Oh, my phone is recording.
So we can go through this together.
My phone is recording.
We still new to this. We figuring it out.
Man, let me pull up my. Let
me see.
I'm gonna just pull up.
It was ESPN,
internet.
Right?
Yeah, ESPN, man. Bro, that list is. I don't know how I feel about this list, man. All right, y'all. Y'all bear with us. We gonna pull this up real quick because we gotta talk about this.
I think I got it right here.
We gotta talk about this.
Are we going from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom?
So
because I know that top 10 is crazy.
Okay, well let's do the top. Let's talk. First of all, let's start there. Forget the 75 in its entirety. Let's start with the top 10.
Might have to go top 15
because that top 10. Because the top 10, in my opinion, needs to be changed. It needs to be changed.
All right, so number 1 is not the obvious choice, as some of you would assume. I think there should be another guy up there.
Oh my God, here we go.
But number 1, to a lot of biased old heads,
chill, man. just tell them who number 1 is, man. Who is it? Come on.
I don't even want to say his
name.
Come
on, say it. If you don't say it, I say it.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Yeah.
His airness.
The GOAT.
No, I wouldn't say that.
The GOAT.
It's crazy that they say that on here too. The rings, the MVPs, the scoring titles, the shoes, the GOAT. That's cap. The shoes is probably the best thing that we could talk about. But
the scoring titles aren't? The championships aren't?
I mean, when you compare him to LeBron, it's like,
Apples to oranges.
Anyway, so LeBron is at number 2. LeBron is at number 2.
Hold on. Wait. It's not? No. I mean, they play 2 different positions for one.
But LeBron could play all positions.
He can.
Yeah.
Jordan plays small forward too.
Can he guard 1 through 5?
He probably can.
Say he can guard a center.
Back then he probably did. Think about it. The league then is different than it is now. Back then he probably did because it was more physical. So there was a lot he could get away with. That's why I say he probably could.
Okay. I see. But no disrespect to Jordan. He was a dog. I think personally, like, we have like these talks about GOATs and whatnot and who's the greatest of all time. But like, I know we get caught up in that comparison of LeBron versus Jordan or Jordan versus Kobe or Kobe versus LeBron. Some people think, which I don't think that's like comparable.
First, let's talk. We'll have to get into that. How? See, when I hear the GOAT conversations, they don't even bring up Kobe. It's always Jordan and LeBron.
Yeah, and I think that's not even fair because if you compare Kobe to Jordan, and a lot of people respectfully call Jordan the GOAT,
right?
What does that make Kobe?
Exactly.
It's the same player. It's just different eras and
different eras.
and different things, but like it's the same game. It's the same mimics to fadeaway, to the finishing, to defense. Kobe was a great defender, and not many people give him his flowers for that.
No, they don't.
And
we already talked about it. I told you we're gonna have a whole episode on that.
So Kobe, you got to talk about Kobe when it comes to GOATs. Like if you don't even mention his name in that conversation, I think you are naive and you're ignorant to the sport of basketball, and that needs to change.
If you hate Kobe, just say that.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Just say that.
It doesn't make any sense. But like when it comes to the GOATs, like I think I don't really believe in a GOAT. Like I do. Like I'll entertain the conversation because it's a fun barbershop conversation.
Yeah.
Like at some point you're gonna have that conversation if you are a fan of any sport.
Right.
So I think there's GOATs in different eras. Like I think Jordan was the GOAT in his era. I think Kobe was the GOAT in his era. LeBron is the GOAT in his era. And now you got a new era coming up where it might be Steph Curry. Steph Curry is the GOAT of his era.
Well, see, even with that, I think people are trying to put him the GOAT now, make him the GOAT now.
All time? Like even no matter what, like in all
I think
eras?
they're trying to make that argument now. See, I think the argument now, people say LeBron, but then they're like, well, what about KD? What about Steph?
And that's the crazy thing because like you got a dude named KD, 7 foot, handling the ball like a guard.
Right.
They got him at like 6'11" or 6 something, but bro is 7 foot and he's moving like a guard. He's shooting from 50. He's finishing like with probably the best finisher. He's deniably like you could put your best defender on him and there's still no answer.
There's none.
The lowest you probably gonna have him scoring is 30.
That's the lowest.
And you lost.
Right.
So
I'll even give you 25 on a 25 bad night.
On a bad night. And it's sick because it's like, how do you stop that? And I don't even know, like, when it comes to, like, comparing him to the GOAT, like, can you really, like...
if you look at the numbers, probably not. People will look at the whole resume, they'll probably be like, well, nah, LeBron's resume is a little more impressive. True. But when you look at just the style of play...
Yeah.
Like, obviously, LeBron is dominant. Nobody can stop him. He's a freak of nature.
A beast.
He is a freak of nature.
He's Asian like wine when it comes to basketball.
A KD is just like this scoring machine.
He's an anomaly.
Like, bro, you can't stop him no matter what you do. No matter who you put on this man. Like you see, LeBron has guarded this man.
And it's still a bucket. It's still a bucket. And those are the two that when you talk about the best in the NBA, those are the two that get compared all the time.
All the time.
It's just like I've always find it weird. Like we compare KD to like be the best in the NBA, but like we've never really had that conversation of GOAT. And I guess the accolades do help, but I think he's won one MVP. One MVP. I know he got
league MVP.
Yeah, league MVP. Because that was the whole speech with the mama, like Mama, you the real MVP and whatnot.
I think he's won one league MVP and then 2 finals MVPs.
Yeah. And he got 2 rings to his name.
Which people argue that's
a big stand. I mean, bro, you think about it. I think that's one of the big. It was worse than LeBron's move to Miami. I don't really criticize that move from
hands
LeBron.
Down.
You're stuck in a Cleveland situation that's not gonna get any better. You're not gonna see yourself winning a ring. And if he doesn't leave, they don't get Kyrie. That doesn't happen. So
who else did they? Anthony Bennett? Was it Anthony Bennett?
Anthony Bennett, bro.
Where is
he? Was a number 1 draft pick.
I don't even think he's playing no more.
He's gone. He's so far gone. I think, like, bro, like, it was a point in time. He ain't scored for, like, I think it was, like, 12 games in the NBA. And his first shot was, his first bucket was, like, a three-pointer in, like, 12 games. And then first 12 games in the NBA. It was something sick. But
that's wild.
When KD left to Golden State, they just had blew that 3-1 lead.
Right.
And to Golden State.
I think that's going to always, like, be the mark on his legacy. Mm-hmm. You were up 3-1.
And then lost. You lost. And then went
over there.
It's like I can see that. I see why not many people call him the GOAT. Because let's be real, Golden State didn't need him.
Nah,
that was just a cherry on top.
Yeah,
bro. They just came off of the best season that year, and they ended up losing 3-1 too, ironically. Right. But
ain't that crazy?
That's life. That's how life works.
Ain't that wild?
That's wild. But
back to this list. So we got
LeBron at 2.
Yeah.
Kareem at 3. Magic at 4.
Yeah.
I hate this one right here. I can't stand this one. Like I don't understand why he's even up there.
Who's that? Wilt?
Wilt at 5. 6. Bill Russell. Don't understand.
Well, the 11 rings. That's why
the 11 rings, but the comp, bro. The comp.
True, but
Playing in
that's
the 50s,
you
bro.
asked why. It's the 11 rings. That's why.
I can see why he could be in the 75 or 76 list. He could be up there. I just don't think that high. The level of competition shouldn't be there.
I agree. I don't disagree.
Number 7 is Larry Bird.
Debatable.
Tim Duncan 8.
What?
Oscar Robertson number 9.
What?
And then number 10, Kobe Bean Bryant.
The disrespect continues. The disrespect continues.
It's beyond me, bro. How do you feel about that?
That top 10 is trash.
How you feel about number 10?
Bro, if it's about rings, he's definitely got more than Wilt. He's got more than LeBron. He's got the same amount as Tim Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar Robertson, I don't know how many rings he got, but I think he's got, let me see. I think he got more than Oscar Robertson, man. Let me see this. This is not, I just, once again, it proves my point, like the amount of disrespect. And the only reason Oscar Robertson's even in the top 10 is because of the triple doubles.
And Russell passed him in that.
Yeah.
And I don't think Russell's on the list.
He is.
He is?
He's at the bottom.
You're right. He's at the bottom.
He's at the bottom.
But if Oscar Robertson is up there that high, how many rings does Oscar Robertson have?
It don't even say.
No? I'm not knowledgeable of Oscar Robertson's rings, but I am knowledgeable of the triple doubles he had and Russell passed him, and the fact that Russell's not up there. I mean, I don't think Russell should be that high regardless. But the fact that Oscar Robertson is kind of crazy. It's like, okay, the triple doubles, Russell passed him, but Russell's lower on the list.
Right.
Does that make any sense? Like, I get it. Russell's not having the best. I don't want to say ending of his career because I don't think his career is over.
Nah, I don't think it's over either.
Yeah, but he's not having his best second half of his career, and
he's not.
And I get it, like whatever. But we're not gonna sit here and disrespect the man like what he was doing in Oklahoma.
Right.
Like that's just like people just seem to get amnesia and forget about that. I think that's disrespectful.
So okay, here we go. Oscar Robertson has 1 chip, 1 MVP. He's 12-time All-Star, 3-time All-Star Game MVP, 9-time All-NBA First Team, 2-time All-NBA Second Team, Rookie of the Year, 6-time assist leader.
6-time?
Yeah, 6-time assist leader. And that's 3-time NCAA scoring leader. 3-time first team All MVC. I'm assuming that's the conference he played in college. And he's Mr. Basketball in 1956.
Mr. Basketball?
Yeah. So, I mean,
the accolades are there.
The accolades are there. But
again,
the
only thing that Russ is missing from there is a ring.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
So then if he get a ring, does he get
bumped up to all the way up there? Because he statistically he passed Oscar Robertson in the most triple doubles in NBA history.
I don't know.
So if he gets that ring, what's the conversation about? How would this list go? What is it going to be, like the 100th list next?
Nah, he did it first.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be.
Oscar Robertson did it first, and it's like, okay, yeah, he did, but Russell Westbrook did it in a much more competitive league.
Yeah, the skill set was
more athletic league.
Undeniably.
Like Oscar, it's like Wilt Chamberlain scoring 100 points and averaging what he averaged in the league. Yeah, but he was playing the mailman.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect to Karl Malone. Not that mailman.
Not that mailman.
But he was
the
like actually playing the mailman.
Mailman, the post office man.
Yeah.
Milkman.
That's who he was playing.
It doesn't make any sense. That 100-point, and that's what it is. It's the 100-point game, and you said it before. Kobe had 81.
Kobe got 81.
Kobe had 81.
That's the second highest scoring.
5
game.
rings.
5 rings.
How many MVPs?
He got robbed at 1. Should have had 2.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, why is Kobe at 10? It doesn't make any sense to me. I think the GOAT conversation, like we talked about earlier, is Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, well, Jordan, LeBron too. It should be those 3 in those conversations.
Oh yeah, hands down. I think the top 3 is interchangeable, but it's always Mike, Cole, Bron. That's it.
That's it. That's the greatest of all time in the NBA.
That should be the 3
right there.
And old heads are probably gonna argue again. Wilt Chamberlain. They're gonna argue Bill Russell. They're gonna argue Kareem. They're gonna argue Magic. They're gonna argue. Shoot, they might try to argue Isaiah Thomas, and I laugh.
Yeah,
but
I swear.
But I'm like, bro, and they're like, well, you didn't watch them growing up. You right, I didn't watch them, but I've seen the tapes. I've seen enough to know
It's
Like the competition
Look-
back then was not the only like really if you think about the biggest difference between then and now is like they played much more physical.
100%. There was no rules.
There's no
It was
rules back
hand
then.
check, and, like it was a lot of things that you could do in the NBA back then. That was
look at the Jordan rule. Like,
see what I'm saying?
because the Pistons was busting him up every time he came into the lane.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, the league was a lot more physical.
It's barbaric.
Very barbaric.
Yeah.
Very. It was like it was UFC before UFC was a thing. I'm just being honest.
It's just different. Like I get it. Like it was physical, but like the skill set was like the bags was totally different.
Oh yeah,
totally different.
Now you know who's not on this list that should have been on this list? T-Mac.
T-Mac.
I don't understand why Tracy McGrady's not on the NBA 75 list.
Yep. I don't get it either. He's not there at all. I don't get why he's not up there. I don't get why. Well, I
don't even think Vince Carter's on the list.
Yeah, Vince. Whoa, I never even thought about that.
Yeah, I don't think VC's on the list. I don't even think Jason Richardson.
Ooh,
like
Jason
people,
Richardson was a
like
dog.
people who like changed, like who changed the game. Like
we got Damian Lillard at 75. I think it's too soon.
I think it's. Yeah, I don't know what that is, man.
I think it's too soon for Dame. Dame is super young in his career. I mean, he's been around since what, 2011, I think? 2011, 2012?
Something like that. Let's see. When did Dame come in?
But I think it's super soon. What accolades does Damian Lillard have that it deserves him to be up there? He hits a couple game winners, which were crazy, but no MVPs, no rings.
The only thing he's done is Rookie of the Year.
That's
right
it.
Now.
That's
right
his
now.
only accolade.
Rookie of the Year, and I think he's made a couple All NBA teams. And like you know me, I'm partial when it comes to Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm very partial when it comes to Dame because I played against this man when I was in the military.
Crazy.
In Utah. So I'm very partial.
You witnessed firsthand what he could do.
Right.
But it's just.
So here we go. Dame is he's 6-time NBA All-Star. He made All NBA First Team in 2018.
He was one All NBA?
Yeah, one All NBA First Team. He's made All NBA Second Team 4 times. All NBA Third Team once. He was Rookie of the Year. So he came in 13 was when he came into the league. He made the All Rookie Team in 13 and Rookie of the Year that year too.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just don't. I think it's too soon. I think if this list were to come out in like if the 75 list were to come out in like 5 years, I think okay, when it's all said and done, pretty much for him, or like towards the end of his career, I could see like okay, maybe he does win a chip. Maybe he leaves Portland. Maybe he does make a better decision for his career because if he stays in Portland, that team is not getting better.
He's not
going to go nowhere.
Like they're not going to do what Memphis has done.
Exactly.
Or even Phoenix.
Bro.
Or even Utah.
Phoenix.
Even Utah. Like those teams built through the draft, through free agency, and look at where they are now. Especially Phoenix. Like
Phoenix has been without Chris Paul for a minute, and what they still like number 1 in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like that speaks a testament to time.
Why is Devin Booker not on this list?
If they're gonna put Dame up there, I think didn't Devin score like 60 something or like 70?
70.
70. Come on, bro. Like
man scored 70 in the game.
Went to the finals.
But not even just that. Like dude has been a bucket since he came into the league.
Mm-hmm.
He's just been with Phoenix.
They've compared him to Kobe in some points.
Yeah,
I respect the comparison.
I mean, it's debatable.
What do you mean?
Debatable. You know, come on, man.
You're a Kobe stan.
You already know how I feel.
I can see the similarities.
I can see the similarities. The similarities are there. I'm not denying that at all. But there will never be another Kobe Bryant. I don't care.
I believe that.
There will never be another one. And he's even said it. He's been like, yo, I'm not the next Kobe or the second coming of Kobe Bryant. I'm Stephen Booker.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like you said, you can see the influence.
Yeah.
You know, definitely the influence is definitely there.
And influence plays a big reason, like why you make it on his list and why you should be on his list.
Oh, hands down.
Because I'm gonna say it right now, Steph Curry should be top 5.
Not yet, man.
Top 5.
Not yet.
He gotta be. He changed the
Not
game
yet,
single-handedly.
Bro. Not yet.
People shooting from 50 for no reason. That
Not
can't shoot.
yet. I think when it's all said and done, I agree. But right now, and honestly, if you put Dame on the list right now, then I guess you do got to put Steph in the top 5 right
You
now.
have to. You had unanimous MVP, won multiple MVPs at that.
Right.
Got multiple rings.
True. But that unanimous MVP also was the year they lost to Cleveland.
But can we? I get it. That year they lost to Cleveland. I think that was a big stain, not just on Steph's armor, but
Yeah, that team as a whole.
that team as a whole, because they had the greatest NBA season of all time that year, and they were up 3-1, and then they lost.
Yeah, per Stephen A, Cleveland got a stimulus package per Stephen A.
I mean, it's crazy. But
Adam Silver gave him that stimulus package, boy.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I think Draymond don't get suspended.
I think that's a big thing. That's a big thing. But that's what I'm about to say. There's a lot of things that happened in that series that changed the dynamic of that series for them. Like they ended up losing Draymond because of the kick to the manhood. Lost him for like what, a game or two? Was it a game?
I want to say it was a game.
They lost for a game.
I think it was a game.
And that's huge.
I think a game and a half, because I think he got ejected after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think like a game and a half.
Oh yeah, you're right. He did get ejected one game. He did, and then they lost him for like.
I think that was the game. He got ejected.
So that happens. That puts a big print. Like, okay, that's a big impact because Draymond's your enforcer. He's gonna keep you he's your defensive anchor.
But see, Draymond, I don't even think he's on the list.
And that's sick.
And he should be on the list.
That's sick.
Not just because of his defense, but the way that man
the way he plays, the way he bro, he gonna get in your best player's head.
We talk about LeBron being a point forward, but we don't talk about Draymond.
Him. We don't talk about him. He can play point. He's not gonna have the flashiest stats and points.
No.
But he gonna dish that rock off. He the reason why Steph gets so. I mean, granted, Steph is one of the great. That's another reason why I think Steph should be top 5. He's the greatest off-ball player of all time.
He is.
He gonna keep moving around. Not many players can do that, but that's besides the point.
I mean, the only person who did it that I remember that did it effectively was Ray Allen.
Ray Allen, yeah, 100%.
But he did that like towards the end of his career.
Mm-hmm. When he was, because Ray Allen was out here jumping out the gym too. He was dunking on people. He was shooting from 50. He was doing all that.
Yeah.
And then he started getting older. The legs started to get tired. So he worked without the ball. I got to develop.
I got to go.
Exactly. So, but Draymond is undoubtedly, he can make an impact on the game. And if he's scoring, you're losing.
But if you just look at this season though, like when he doesn't play and when he does play,
you see it. And I think Steph and Clay feed off that energy from him. And I think it's
hands down.
It's a real thing. Like, I think he should be undeniably top 30.
I think,
top 30.
I say top 30.
Top 30 is good because he has multiple rings. He makes an impact. Like, it's crazy. I think top 30, top 50.
Yeah, possibly. He got 3. And honestly,
if you're gonna put Dame up there,
yeah,
you have to put rings.
Him. And if you think about it, could have had 5.
And I think did he win Defensive Player of the Year one time?
I think he did.
That's a big thing, especially if you're not a center.
Right.
If you're not a center, if you're not Rudy Gobert blocking stuff, which is ridiculous. I never agree with that.
Nah. Bro, honestly, I know they've been talking about since we on that. They've been talking about Mikal Bridges.
Him going to win Defensive Player.
Yeah.
I see it. Bro, he not a center. He's locking down your best player, getting steals.
It's
blocks.
either between him or Gary Payton II.
I don't know. You got to put my boy up there, Thibault. You got to put Thibault up there. Thibault is a dog. I don't know if you watch a lot of Sixers games.
I don't.
But if you watch him play, his unorthodox of defense is insane. I never seen nobody play defense like that. He plays defense on the side of you and from behind. That's how he gets his blocks and steals. He plays on your side or behind you. There's a video out there if you guys ever want to watch that. Like, there's a video out there.
I'm about to check it out, but because I haven't seen him, I don't really watch him play like that, so I don't know. But I've seen Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges is tough,
and I've watched Gary Payton II. So it's like
drafted him.
For real?
Yeah, we drafted Mikal Bridges and traded him. I forgot who we traded for.
Somebody
trash.
Somebody that's probably trash. It probably ain't even with y'all no more.
Anyways.
So yeah, I think this list needs to be revamped. So all right, so this is what I would do. If I took this 75.
Give me your top 10.
From the 75?
Like, make your top 10 from now from the 75.
So my top 10, right? And this ain't no specific order right now because we ain't got the time for that.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to do a top 10, obviously the first 3 off top, again, no specific order, Mike, Bean, Bron.
Shouldn't even be a question.
Not even a question. First 3 right there off top. Next, you gotta go with Shaq.
You have to.
You gotta go with Shaq, man.
You have to. I
You
agree.
got to. I'm going Shaq. Fifth, I'm definitely going Allen Iverson. After AI, I would go.
You putting AI in front of Steph?
Yeah. But like I said, this ain't no specific order. So I would go Steph in my top 10. I got to go Bill Russell because of the 11. I got to go Bill Russell because of my 11.
I don't like that.
I got to. And I'm a Lakers fan. So you already know I don't. When it comes
You
to
don't rock
Boston,
with him. That's a Celtic.
He a Celtic. But I got. I mean, the man got 11. That's what I said. Mike, Bean, Bron, AI, Shaq, Steph, Bill Russell, Tracy McGrady.
Wait, that's your top 10? Like that's part of your top 10, Tracy?
Tracy McGrady. And 10. Bro, because, man, you got to think about it. Actually, no, I won't even put Tracy in my top 10. I put Tracy at like 15, 20.
I respect it.
Only because of the injuries. It's the only reason. So let me take Tracy out of that 10. KD. Gotta go KD.
Yeah, 100%.
Gotta go KD. That's 8. I got 2 more. Man, this is tough.
I'm still waiting on this one person. You haven't said his name yet, and it's kind of upsetting me.
What's one person?
There's one person that you haven't said.
Past or present?
Past.
Not
too far in the past. Like recently.
Like I already know who you talking about. I already know. He not in my 10. He definitely 15, 20.
To be clear, we're talking about Tim Duncan.
That's not who we talking about. Is that
who
you talking about?
I'm talking about Tim Duncan.
Are you talking about Tim Duncan?
Who are you talking about?
I thought you talking about D Rose.
Oh, I mean, if we talking about D Rose, he's number one in my book.
I thought we talking about D Rose.
Timmy.
Timmy's in there. Timmy's in there.
I was about to say you haven't said his name
Timmy's
yet.
in there. Well, see, listen, man. Tim was good, but people also forget
he had a support crew.
No David Robinson, no ring.
Okay, so that's one.
No Manu Ginobili, no Tony Parker, no ring.
Rings.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I mean, but you can say that about almost every player.
Everybody, but see,
no
people,
Kyrie, no.
Hey, again, you know how I roll.
I think LeBron has carried the teams to the finals, and like that one team with J.R. Smith when he grabbed the rebound and whatnot. But I think you need that support group.
I agree, but you know how I roll. When people try to move the bar when it comes to my guy, they try to move the bar. So I'm like, hey, nobody's done it.
Nobody.
Even if Tim Duncan's on that team by himself, he still don't win 4 more rings.
I agree.
He don't.
I agree.
Bron don't win no ring if he don't go to Miami.
Jordan don't win no rings with Scottie Pippen.
Jordan don't
Dennis
win no. Listen,
we seen that. We seen how many times he got bumped out the playoffs.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about that though.
I mean, Scottie, they got rings with Scottie before Dennis Rodman came.
No, yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, no Scottie, no rings.
You're not getting that.
You're not. And honestly, side note, I mean, if you look at whose kid is actually doing well right now, Scottie Pippen Jr. is a bucket.
Yeah, he is.
That boy is
undeniably a bucket.
Jordan's boy is.
Yeah, he reselling his shoes.
Right.
It's sick.
So then it's like
you see the difference.
It's like, was Jordan really that good? Because his kid,
ain't even.
I ain't even gonna go there. Jordan was that good. It's just his kids they weren't made for it.
It's cool. You question Jordan, you know he should be number 2.
Nah,
possibly
I don't question Jordan. Like, in all honesty, I don't question Jordan. But I do question, like, you know, why people give him so much credit and try to discredit Scottie.
Yeah.
Because then it makes Scottie's story seem like, you know, legit.
I get it.
You know, as far as how he's been, you know, going about
a lot of things.
Especially since The Last Dance came out.
Yeah. That was a crazy time.
It was.
But that's a different story.
That's a whole. We'll get into that too.
Now, check this out.
Did I give 10? No, that was 9.
No, who's your 10th? Not in no order, by the way, just in case.
Man, who else would I put up in my top 10, man? I'm gonna go with the cap. I'm gonna go with Kareem. Gotta go Kareem.
I respect it.
Gotta go Kareem.
I was thinking Magic. Obviously, I wasn't born when Magic was playing, but
Yeah, I mean, neither was
I think he revolutionized being big and being guard.
I mean, if we want to be honest, no Magic, no LeBron.
I agree. Magic was doing that.
Magic was doing it.
He was doing it 1 through 5.
Magic was, and I think people forget that. I think so, and maybe that's why they put him in the top 10 when they did the rankings. Maybe that's why. I
can understand. I never watched Magic growing up. I was born in '97, but I can see it. Like I can see why he can go up there, bro. Nobody was playing a point guard at 6, whatever he was,
right.
a behemoth, a tank.
Nobody was playing the center at that size.
Nobody
either.
Exactly. He was doing jump balls. Like that doesn't make any sense.
None.
So I respect it, but now back to this list, right? At number 18, which is crazy, we got Giannis.
At 18?
At 18. I think that's too high.
I mean, he got a ring.
But we're going
and
on
an
rings?
MVP.
I don't know.
And defensive player
that's
of the
too
year.
high. He's over D Wade. D Wade. Give me a second. Let me find. And it's crazy that I have to scroll this far to find D Wade. I think this is black. D Wade's number 30.
All right. Well, when you put it like that, yeah,
that's too high. That is
too high.
People forget. We talked about it before. People forget D Wade had the greatest final run in NBA. One of the greatest final runs in NBA history.
Go back to 06. Man.
06 with them boys on the Heat, bro. Like it just don't make sense. He 3 rings?
3.
Let me see.
3. Should have been 4.
He had a Finals MVP.
Yeah, 06.
Yeah. Arguably one of the greatest defenders, not of all time, but like in that time period, like he was a 2.
He was definitely a
locking down. Like, bro, and like he averaged 22 points his career. Obviously, towards the end of his career, he started falling off, so that plays a big dip. But in 2008, 2009, he was averaging 30.2 points a game.
The man was a bucket, man.
He was blocking shots like it was like he was a center. So the fact that they got Giannis over D Wade, I think this list is just backwards. There's something wrong with this list wholeheartedly. Chris Paul is number 29. I get it, no rings. But the impact he made on this game, he'll go to any team and make them a playoff team.
Hands down.
He just a floor general.
He did it in Houston.
Point guard, exactly.
He did it in OKC.
And nobody even thought that he can do that in OKC. Nobody. They wrote them off that year.
And then look what he did in Phoenix his first year.
Took him to the finals. And
like that's all Devin Booker needed was somebody else right next to him.
Exactly. Somebody that can just dish off the ball and occasionally get buckets.
Yeah. And that's I'm not taking no credit away from anybody else on that team. You know, DeAndre Ayton was number 1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
Dude is hooping now.
Yep.
You know, we talked about Mikal Bridges. We talked about him. You know, and what he's doing on the defensive end. Jay Crowder, he a dog.
He can hit a 3.
Torrey Craig, he another one that can shoot. So,
they got shooters there.
Yeah, and then they brought in JaVale McGee too.
Mm-hmm. I get it. JaVale McGee has a bad stigma around him, but he'll occasionally pop out.
Yeah, but I mean, that man got 2 rings though.
Granted,
he got 2 rings from just playing his role.
Exactly. He got one with LeBron and one with the Warriors, right?
Yep.
I said LeBron. The Lakers. I mean, hey, LeBron's great. One with Lakers and one with the Warriors.
Yeah.
He played his role. He did what he had to do, and look, 2 rings later.
2 rings, man.
So can he be top 10?
Nah.
That boy, the reason Shaq and a fool is around.
Exactly.
This list is abysmal, bro. Scottie Pippen at 32, Kawhi Leonard at 33.
There's no way. How you put Scottie at 32? Don't he got 6 rings?
Sick, right? So Scottie Pippen's not better than Giannis?
Scottie Pippen is definitely better than Giannis.
So
bro.
This is why this list is so crazy. They got Steph at 16. I think that's too low. That's too low.
I don't think that's fair. I think for now, because he's not done yet.
And that's the scary part. Look at all he's accomplished. I mean, the beginning of his career, they kind of was writing him off. He was injury prone with the ankles. It was like, all right, Monte Ellis and Steph Curry. It looked like Monte Ellis.
What happened to that man?
I don't know. He was a bucket.
He was.
Hey, if you ever play 2K, you know you had to pick him.
Monte
like
Ellis
you had to get him. But Monte Ellis was a bucket. I don't even think he's on his list. Do I think he should be on the list? I think so. I think low 70s.
Yeah, bro. Going back to Dame, man. If you got Dame on this list now,
You have to put some
you
people.
gotta put. Why Baron Davis not on this list?
Baron Davis is not on this list?
Why is Yao Ming not on this list?
I forgot about Baron Davis was a dog.
There's so many people that you like, and you think about it. The people that they did put on this list is like, come on, bro.
Questionable.
What about these people?
Questionable. Like it's ridiculous. Yo, I'm not seeing him. I'm not seeing Baron
Davis ain't
Davis
on there, bro. He ain't on there.
Wow. Dennis Rodman's at 67.
Yeah.
Melo at 69. That's kind of low. Anthony Davis, 71. I mean, granted, Anthony Davis got a ring, but
he do got a ring, and he,
but he's young. He came in like 2012.
Yeah. Not to mention, he is the definition of injury prone.
Bro, he's missing the best ability and his availability. He's the reason why the Lakers is in this slump. But
that ain't the only reason why.
What's your other reason?
Bro, look at that team. Look at the way that team is constructed.
That team is anything.
Look at that team, man.
Yeah, I think your second best player is Carmelo.
Second best player is Malik Monk.
That's saying a lot too. That's saying a lot about the team.
They wrote him off in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely one of the he reminds me of a J.R. Smith. When he's hot, he's hot.
He's hot, and when he
cold, is boy, you seeing it.
Cold.
You seeing it,
bro. When I look at Austin Reeves,
mm-hmm.
I think of like going back some years with the Lakers. He kind of remind me of like a Jordan Farmar or Sasha Vujacic, where he not going, every now and then he might give you he might surprise you and give
something
you
crazy. Man, he's young,
15, 20 point game. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that, is Turkoglu on this list? I ain't see Turkoglu.
Hedo? Nope.
No, I get it. Hilo had like he was on them.
No Peja.
Yeah.
No Chris Webber.
That's.
You know who else not on this list?
Ooh.
Nobody from that Pistons team that won the finals.
No Ben Wallace.
No Chauncey.
Chauncey, big shot.
No
Rip. No Rip.
No Tayshaun and no Sheed. Like, I don't understand how nobody from
at least one of them.
One of them.
Because if you got Dennis Rodman on that list, you need that boy Wallace. You need Wallace.
But I don't understand how Ben Wallace not on this list. Like,
at least
if we had
60.
to pick one of those five, why is Ben Wallace not on that list?
I think, I don't know, low key, I think Chauncey Billups has a good resume in his career.
I think so too.
I don't know why he's not on that list.
I just want to know, like, what are we looking at when this list was made before they ranked them?
What's the credentials?
Yeah, what were y'all looking for? Like, what were y'all looking for on these resumes? Because there's people again, like I said, Dame is that guy.
But he has done nothing.
He hasn't done enough.
There's nothing that he can account to when he talk about his
on this list.
Doesn't make sense.
Ain't done enough. AD, he's young. I get it.
The one ring
and what he did in New Orleans, I get it. But he still ain't done enough.
He's not. If you gonna put him up there,
he ain't done enough.
It don't make sense.
If you gonna was Clay on this list?
I ain't see him.
If you put Dame on this list,
Draymond not on the list.
If you put in Dame, and if you put in Anthony Davis on this list,
Clay has to be on the list.
Klay Thompson got to be on here.
Clay scored, what, was it 30 and a quarter?
Yeah, something like that.
Off of like 4 dribbles?
Three rings.
3 rings? And he's a solid defender?
Solid defender.
I don't know if that is anymore because, the Achilles, but come on, bro.
Solid. He was a solid defender before he got hurt.
3-and-D player. He wasn't flashy. He ain't need a dribble. He could just pull up in your mouth. Like, pause. He could, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could just do whatever he want. Like, it's crazy. But
yeah, this list is, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of this list at all. Like, I mean, it in its entirety, you got like Bob Cousy on the list. Like, again, Bob Cousy played the milkman. And again, I'm not taking nothing away from what he did, because obviously the level of competition back then don't even compare to what it is now.
And I think they try to appease to the older generation. They had to.
Oh, yeah, they had to. 75 years. So they have to.
I get it. But do you, like...
I think they were just going over the last 75 years of the NBA. who were the guys who were like
The face.
those guys during their time.
And there's a couple people on his list, especially the last one at 76. He shouldn't even be there. I didn't even know who dude was.
Nah.
The picture's in black and white. Like
Right.
there's no need.
Yeah. Like Pistol Pete, you gotta have Pistol Pete up there because he definitely changed the game when he came
I think
in.
Pistol Pete is up there.
Like he definitely changed the game.
I think
Bob
I think
Cousy
it's kind of
did
low.
too. And again, like I said, these guys they did change the game, but it's like there's so many people that, in my opinion, should have been on this list over them.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot. And at Russell at 68, that's just, again, you got Oscar Robertson at top 10.
Right.
Russell at 68.
And Russell just broke his record.
This is the only thing he's missing is a ring. He has an MVP.
That's it.
Bro had 11 triple doubles in a row.
Where should James Harden be? And, I'm not a James Harden fan like that. But he has somebody else who has changed the game
You got
offensively.
people taking 3 step backs.
Like, he changed the game, bro, offensively. So it's like, where does he rank?
I think the greatest ISO ball player ever.
Oh, hands down.
I think so.
He'll go down.
He'll go down as that.
But then it's like, if he don't win a ring, then what? Do we just disregard everything he's done because he don't win a ring?
I don't think so. I think they are gonna do that, but I think the reason why he's not so high on the list is because you haven't seen his play of basketball translate into playoff basketball.
That's true.
And I think that's his biggest fault.
Oh, hands down.
His biggest fault.
That's definitely one of his biggest faults.
Because don't get it twisted. When Chris Paul and James Harden was on the team and Chris Paul went down, it was over for Houston.
Yeah.
I think if Chris Paul doesn't go down, I think James gets a ring.
Man, I think too, like when they brought in Westbrook on that Houston team, that was a wrap too.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, neither one of them come playoff time. They're not.
Their play style, that's the only fault with why James Harden is so low on the list. And yeah. I personally would put James Harden top 30. I would put him top 30.
I think so. I think I go 35 maybe.
Yeah, because we really never seen this type of, like, bro is a scoring machine.
Yeah. I go 35 right now. And then, like I said, when it's all said and done, see where he's at when his career is done.
That's a fact. Because he can give you a 50-point triple-double consecutively.
Oh, yeah, if he wants to, yeah.
He'll get those stretches where he's just the greatest player on earth.
Well, he wants to, and we've seen it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, excuse me, I'm a little tired.
I feel that.
It's a long night. But, yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. I think, yeah, there's a few people, man. Like, why Amari Stoudemire not on this list?
Sean my goodness. Sean Marion got a ring. I think.
Sean Marion not on this list, man.
Who else? Let me see something.
Paul George on the list?
Nope. I didn't see him.
Once again.
That's not fair.
How is Dame on the list and PG not?
Mm-hmm. That doesn't make any sense.
That don't make no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. I get it. Pandemic P. But
was Jimmy on the list?
Butler?
Yeah.
Nope. I didn't see him on the list.
Jimmy took Miami to the finals.
Oh, it gave LeBron a run for his money.
Yeah. So how was Jimmy not on the list?
Them boys almost didn't win. Jimmy was playing his heart out.
Is Joker on the list?
No.
Is Embiid on the list?
Hold up, bro. If I don't see, this is crazy.
That's my thing. Like, when we talk about people on this list, like, bro, y'all got, again, Dame is on this list.
KG at the 21.
Dame is on this list. And again, this ain't like I've said before, I'm a Dame fan.
It's just
I'm a Dame fan. But if you gonna put Dame on this list,
there's so many people
bro,
you gotta put on this list.
You gotta put Jokic on this list.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta put Embiid on this list.
100%.
You gotta put God, who else, man? You gotta put Paul George on this list.
Klay Thompson on this list.
You gotta put Klay Thompson on this list, man.
That right there is crazy.
Gotta put Draymond on this list. Shoot, you gotta put Iggy on this list.
Iggy, a basketball brain. You pick apart his brain, like it's insane how he sees the game of basketball. It's insane. He won a Finals MVP.
Exactly. Over Steph and
Klay and Draymond. That is sick. He got a ring. He won a Finals MVP. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Make no sense.
This list is blasphemy.
We might have to circle back onto this list, man.
100%.
We might have to. As y'all can see, we've been just here talking about this list for a good minute. But, that's what it is. This list is trash.
Yeah,
It's
it's something that definitely needs to be talked about. And
needs to be tweaked.
And if this is the list that gets you paid to be on ESPN, sign me up. I'm dead serious. I'll make something so crazy.
Sign me up today.
I'll probably put like Dennis Rodman number 1 if this is what we doing. It's crazy. This list is blasphemy.
I'm putting Manute Bol at number 1.
Manute Bol.
Yeah,
that's tough. Might put Taco up there.
Man, listen, Taco Fall, he in the G League right now.
He traveling on 3-pointers.
Oh my, bro, that
shot looked painful. Shot it. Ugh.
Man,
I don't know. But it's crazy, man. This list is insane.
Yeah.
I think we should circle back on. We talked about it. Just me and you about Jason Williams.
Oh, we definitely gonna circle back.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
And this was talked about quite some time ago, but the statements that he said can never. It is forever. And even though he doubled back and apologized,
double. That man tripled back.
The bitterness in his voice when he said that.
He tripled back, bro.
And what makes me mad, somebody on that podcast agreed with him. He said that's not even crazy. That's not a crazy thing to say.
Yeah,
that is the most blasphemous thing to say. Like, Kobe's not even top 5 on the Lakers.
Yeah, man, come on. I mean, who else you gonna put up there? What you gonna put? Wilt, Magic, Shaq.
You got
Kareem.
I don't know. Kobe.
That's it.
This is unfair.
That's all you gonna. And if you even don't you dare put Jerry West in front of Kobe. I don't care if he's a logo or not.
You're not rocking with Jerry West?
I mean, I rock with Jerry West.
Nah, but definitely you're not
putting him over Kobe. I rock with Jerry West, but I'm not putting him over Kobe.
You can't.
I'm not.
They probably put LeBron in front of Kobe on the Lakers list.
You can't even do that.
You can't. He's not been. The tenure isn't there.
It ain't there. He only won 1 ring in LA. Kobe's won 5.
And there's people that's actually doing that. There's people out there that actually put LeBron as the greatest Laker
because they're LeBron fans.
Like I get it when you talk about the greatest of all time. I can see Kobe or LeBron.
I'd be like, where did he spend most of his time at?
Exactly, Cleveland.
He's the greatest Cavalier.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't the greatest Laker.
That's disrespectful, especially when you got guys that put in time.
Yeah,
hey, I don't see it.
I'm like the greatest Laker. I'm like, bro. As of right now, there's only 2 people that should be, especially in this day and age, only 2 people y'all should name.
Kobe and Shaq.
100%.
100%.
I mean, Derek Fisher. I'd even put Derek Fisher above LeBron. 5.
Yeah.
Rick Fox. 3.
Paul Gasol.
2.
It's a lot. It's a lot you could put there.
Trevor Ariza got 1 too. Actually, I think, was it 1? I think it's 1.
I think so.
I think 1. Lamar Odom,
he short-lived, but
yeah,
it was something.
Like there's other people who have won multiple rings with the Lakers who contributed to more to the Lakers than LeBron has in the 4 years, almost 5 years he's been here. So
I get it, the ring is there, but I think it's just disrespectful. I think it's distasteful. What Jason Williams said, it can't even correlate to anything.
Jason,
it came to a bitterness.
If you hate Kobe, just say that.
He's the reason why you don't got a ring.
I'm just saying. Actually, no, he does have a ring. He just didn't get it with Sacramento.
He didn't get it with Sacramento. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And the thing is, like, people don't even remember he was on that Heat team in 06.
That flipped out my mind.
He was on that Heat team that won in 06. But again,
was Mike Bibby on that team?
The Kings?
No, not the Kings. I know he was on the Kings.
The Heat?
The Heat in 06?
I don't know. I know Jason Williams was and Gary Payton.
Let me not talk about Mike Bibby. He might beat me up. That boy kind of swole.
Yeah, he is swole, man. That boy
a tank, hulking over dudes.
That boy look like a jarhead.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He put the basketball down, picked up them weights.
Yeah.
The juice.
He got tired of being talked about.
Yeah, he was, bro. The boy was scrawny.
They was like, hey, it's Mike Bibby. How does it feel to not win the ring thanks to Kobe? What'd you say?
Yeah, it was over with. Went to the gym, had a picture of Kobe in the gym.
Bro, straight up.
But
speaking of Kobe, shout out to Vanessa Bryant and Nike.
Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful, bro.
Shout out to Vanessa Bryant and Nike,
they
man.
finally did it. I can't wait. What's going on?
Dog, you just missed the cleanest pick.
Oh man, we watching March
God.
Madness right now. Women's basketball, Notre Dame versus NC State.
Oh my God, bro! Watch this. They showed the replay. That was the cleanest pick I have ever seen.
They gotta show it now.
Come on, man! Y'all show the replay, bro. Look at this pick.
Oh, give me that. Give me that. She thought she had the spin move on lock.
Oh my gosh.
But can we talk about how March Madness has been crazy?
Yo, yeah, before we wrap, March Madness has literally been madness. So my Final Four, I had Gonzaga, Baylor, Arizona, and Kansas.
How many of those people going?
And I had the championship game, I had Baylor and Arizona with Arizona winning.
Yup.
And as we all know, 3 of the 4 that I have just mentioned are now out.
Crazy. Shout out to St. Peter's though, man.
St. Peter's is hooping, y'all.
Shout out to St. Peter's though.
St. Peter's.
A 15 seed going crazy.
Arkansas hooping. Man, it's crazy.
This has been definitely a memorable March Madness.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not even into like college basketball or college sports in general or like that. I'm more of NBA, NFL. But when it comes to March Madness, you got to sit down and watch. Man, it's a different type of passion out there.
Man, I watch it all.
Yeah.
I watch college, pros. So it's crazy.
This has been a sick little March Madness, man. But yeah, shout out to St. Peter's. They've been doing their thing.
Yeah.
I think I honestly got the center. I got my Villanova team still in there, but
yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Cinderella story looked nice.
If St. Peter's mess around and like win this whole thing,
that's one for the books.
I wouldn't even be mad. Bro.
I wouldn't either, bro. That's true. That's being a dog.
Watch she hit that shot.
Oh my goodness. It's over with.
It's a wrap now.
Say goodbye, Notre Dame.
Bye.
Women's, of course. Women's basketball, of course.
Yeah.
But
that's wild.
It's crazy.
All because of that steal, bro. That steal was so clean. But yeah, man, March Madness has been nuts.
It's been insane.
I mean, nuts.
If you're not watching, what are you doing?
Man, Shorty, you didn't have to pull that 3 so quick. Matter of fact, I think you only needed a 2 because you're only down by 1.
You're only down by 1. I think it's for insurance.
You only down by 1, Shorty.
Because she hits these 2 free throws. They can still, it's still, wait. They don't got no timeouts.
They ain't got no timeouts, man. They ain't got no timeouts with 1.5 seconds left.
You got to heave it from half court, full court. Let's see if we can get a live reaction if anything crazy happens.
Let's see.
Before we close out. Let's see.
Nah, it's a wrap, B.
You never know. Let's get a live reaction. Show me something. She held that ball way too
long.
Anyways.
It's a wrap. Notre Dame is going home.
Man.
NC State survives the possible upset.
Sickening.
I'm a UConn fan when it comes to women's.
Oh, I mean, it's the greatest women's, or if you don't even watch college basketball, you got to know that they was the greatest organization in NCAA women's basketball.
Man, listen, since Diana Taurasi
did go there, huh?
Maya Moore,
yeah.
Dang, I can't think of Renee's last name, but she went to UConn, played a little bit in WNBA. I think she's like, she a top dog now for the team in Atlanta, WNBA team in Atlanta.
Shout out to the WNBA, man.
Man. Free Brittany Griner. Free BG.
Oh my goodness, yeah, she's still in jail in Russia, right?
Yeah. They met with some officials, so we'll see what happened.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a crazy thing. Scary.
All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. It's been, we done veered off so many times, man.
But we thank y'all for joining us, though, for real.
Appreciate y'all, man. We're going to tighten up. I promise y'all, we're going to tighten up. We're going to tighten
100%.
up.
We're going to stay on topic a couple times.
Y'all, we're going to tighten up. Y'all just, stick with us.
Thanks for joining the park, man.
Stick with us, man. Come back to the park next week. You know what I'm saying? Same time, same place.
We'll be here.
All right, y'all. Y'all be easy.
Peace.
Boy, that's on God. Told y'all to tell it, that boy, that's on God. Mama made me write 100 lines every time I lied when I was a child. Probably should've kept writing lines. I ain't tell the truth till about 25. Ringed up around 29, and I thank God 'cause the girl fine. But before her, I guess my watch broke. I couldn't tell.